The man who was convicted of stabbing and murdering a Palestinian-American boy in a hate crime. He was just sentenced to 53 years in prison. Joseph Czuba was a landlord who rented rooms in his home to the 6-year-old child and his mother. Prosecutors say Czuba became enraged over the Israel-Hamas war and attacked the mother and son with a knife because they were Muslim. NBC News correspondent Shaq Brewster has been following this case for us. So, Shaq, tell us about the sentencing. What did the judge say?
Yeah, the sentencing just wrapping up in the past couple of minutes. The judge, as you mentioned, sentencing this 73-year-old man, Joseph Czuba, to 53 years behind bars, 30 years for the murder of the 6-year-old boy, Wadee Alfayoumi, and 20 years for the attempted murder of his mother in that attack that you mentioned back in October of 2023. The judge not explaining this sentence, but we did hear in the courtroom from the defense attorneys who initially tried to essentially have the judge agree to retry this case, saying that the prosecution tried to play essentially into the hands of the jury's emotions by mentioning that the 6-year-old boy who was stabbed 26 times was a kindergartner, the judge dismissing that argument and saying that the evidence in this case is overwhelming. So again, 53 years for this 73-year-old man, that is effectively a life sentence, Vicky.
You know, Shaq, one of the boy's family members got up to speak during this hearing that just wrapped. What did he say about the family and about this little boy?
Yeah, this was the great uncle of Wadee Alfayoumi. He first said that Wadee's father, who was in the courtroom, was just too emotional to talk. He just wasn't able to come up and speak. His great uncle, who said he was essentially a grandfather figure to Wadee, he said in front of Czuba, almost like facing him and staring at him, said he had no right to take them. Clearly shaken by the emotion there. We do know that his great uncle is also talking to reporters outside of that courtroom. He talked about the emotion that this all has put the family through. You can just imagine how tough of a day this is, even though they get that natural life sentence, Vicky.
Yeah, just devastating. Shaq Brewster, Shaq, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.